Fight Fiend Forecast is back for a quick breakdown on what happened at UFC 327 in a fight between Dominick Reyes and Jonathan Walker. This was a sparring match, in my opinion. It was certainly a sparring match looking back at the scorecards, and apparently they want to spar together in the future. So let's get straight into this forecast report for Johnny Walker, Dominick Reyes at UFC 327. We're going to look at the definition of what sparring is, and this fight was the definition of that, fight fiends and forecasters. This was a controlled live action training method in combat sports designed to improve technique, timing, defense, and stamina without intent to knock out an opponent. Yeah, that's really what it looked like in this fight, not gonna lie. At the face-offs, it was super intense. One of the most intense face-offs out of the whole week, in my opinion. They went forehead to forehead, super intense at the face-offs. At the press conference, they said they were both warriors and they were ready to go to war. And then taking a look at the scorecards, it looked like a sparring match, to say the least. It really did. Under 40 strikes for Dominick Reyes in a win, and 42 strikes for Johnny Walker in a split decision loss. Dominick Reyes is not sure how he didn't win unanimously every round. Maybe he thought in his head he did, but looking back, the numbers were not there to support it. It was a split decision, and Dominick is lucky he did not lose that fight. Very lucky. The audience here, while watching the fight, looked exactly like this picture. It did. It certainly did. I talked about it on the forecast report, my reaction and recap for UFC 327. This one was a snooze fest, and I did not expect it. Looking at the face-offs, one of the most intense face-offs of the week. I thought it was going to be electric. My official prediction was Dominick Walker, dominant fashion, round one knockout. Prop of the week on the Friday Prop Fiend show was actually Dominick Reyes by knockout. So let's go to the screen share of the press conference now, where Dominick Reyes talks about the fight and them both being warriors, and they were going to war. Obviously, after the fight, we're going to go to another video, and he's not sure how he didn't win unanimously. He said the judges are trash. Dominique, my friend, that fight was trash. That fight was trash.
Up on that, Dana, how sad are you to see Cub go? And I guess what are your thoughts on the career that he's had?
Full screen if we can.
Ahead of his retirement fight.
Yeah, I mean, and for his last fight on a card stacked.
Unpredictability.
He's got
for the title. Do you feel like this is a title eliminator for you? Do you have to do something a little bit extra?
Title eliminator for Dominick? Question mark.
On Saturday, I just got to come out here and bring the violence.
That was the question.
You guys want violence? I'm here to bring it.
He's here to bring the violence. You heard it from the man himself. He is here to bring the violence. The question was, is this a title eliminator? Dominick Reyes will go back right to where the question was.
You fought the guy that's now fighting for the title. Do you feel like
go back
this
a
is a title
little bit more
eliminator
here?
For you? Dana, how sad are you to see Cub go?
It's
and
right after
what are your
this
thoughts on the career that he's
is the question for Dominick Reyes.
Ahead of his retirement.
Because obviously he just got knocked out to Carlos Ulberg,
on a card stacked full
who's
of great fights.
fighting for the belt and just won the belt.
Everybody's excited about that one too. So, you know, guy's a legend, tough as nails, been in tons of wars here, and yeah, it's going to suck.
Cub goes out
go.
with a club in round one.
Next question for Dom Reyes. Dom,
yeah, here's the Dom question.
That your last fight, you fought the guy that's now fighting for the title. Do you feel like
he's got knocked out to Ulberg?
For you? Do you have to do something a little bit extra to make a statement on Saturday?
On Saturday, I just got to come out here and bring the violence. You guys want?
He brought no violence. if you've seen the fight, I'm sure you did. You seen the scorecard I just showed you. There was no violence. There was no knockdowns. There was hardly any forward pressure from either fighter. He says after he was trying to make stuff happen. I don't know. The only thing he's trying to make happen is a sparring partner in the future and a friend. That's the only thing he was doing. Apparently, Johnny Walker and Dominick Reyes are going to spar in the future. That's what their plans are. And it looks like it all started in Miami.
Violence, I'm here to bring it.
He brought no violence.
How do you prepare for a guy like Johnny Walker? Is there anything different you had to do this camp because of his unpredictability?
I just got to be the best version of myself. I got to be Dominick Reyes.
Yeah, and Dominick got the win.
Your last 4 fights
he did win
inside the first 2 rounds. Dom's last 7 have. Do you feel like this is going to be a fight that ends inside the distance?
And there's inside the distance question right there. I thought for sure this fight was ending inside of the distance.
What's up, Miami?
Who's the Miami?
I'm going to kick some ass Saturday night. With all respect, Dominick Reyes Johnny.
With all respect to these fighters, I'm not saying it was a bad fight, but it was a bad fight. And I don't normally call out bad fights or fighters having a bad fight, but this one was pathetic. The build up to the fight and then what was delivered is just disgraceful. And obviously at the presser, we're going to continue to watch Johnny Walker and his confidence. Kind of looks silly now.
Beat John Jones, bro. But
he was nice.
that was Walker time.
He did no ass kicking. He did zero ass kicking.
To show that this is my time.
Neither fighter deserved the win.
Now I train in performance.
Honestly.
I sparring best fighters
Respect
in the
to them
world.
both.
Former champion.
Hell of a career.
Sean Strickland.
We've seen better.
Many more other high-level guys. So I'm prepared for any kind of situation. And
was he prepared for a sparring match? He probably was. They're going to spar in the future here.
no, I don't like to left the fight for the referee hands. They don't decide like fucking 3 months of hard work for me. I decide for that shit. So I'm gonna finish the fight. Choke him out or knock him out, whatever. I'm not gonna let the referee decide for me.
What kind of
Well, guess what happened, Johnny Walker? The judges had to decide. It went to a split decision, and Dominick Reyes got the win. God damn. Both were confident the fight was not going to go the distance, and it was going to be a war. If we go a little further into this press conference, I guess I won't skip it. I'll probably miss it.
Have you seen in his game? Do you think
Question
he
might
can
be
take
coming up for
advantage
Dominic.
No
He said they're both
weakness,
warriors.
It's a war, and
They're ready to
I'm
go to
ready
war.
If I die,
We did
don't
not
care.
see a
As
war
long
in
as
this
my
fight.
son and my wife is good.
We did
I
not.
go there to put the show on and do everything that I can.
No show.
Go out on our shields, man. Go out on our shields.
Yeah, he said, go out on our shields, man. Go out on our shields. Like, that's why I'm pissed. That comment right there is why all of the MMA community is pissed about that fight. All respect to the fighters. Hell of a career. They had great fights before this. But let's go out on our shields, man.
What kind of weaknesses have you seen in his game do you think you can take advantage of?
Like,
No weakness, my friend. He's
Bruh.
a warrior, and I'm a
wow. Go out on our shields, he says. They really didn't go out on their shields, barely landing 50 strikes in 15 minutes. It was a snooze fest fight. The buildup was there. It was intense. I was so stoked for it, just like the whole MMA community, which is why they were booing. So Dominick Reyes himself has to understand the assignment was not accomplished. You got the win. It was a split decision. It wasn't entertaining. The crowd wasn't happy, and your fan base moving forward might diminish a little. It's tough to say you're going to go out on your shield and fight that kind of fight. You know, obviously styles make fights. Stylistically unorthodox. Johnny Walker is very tough to deal with. But even after the fact, Dominick Reyes, my guy, still is sucking and crying, saying the judges are trash. And I just kind of disagree here. So I kind of am not off the Dominick Reyes train, but I'm definitely losing some hype. I lost not the respect fully, but we'll listen in here to what Dom had to say after the fact.
What were you guys saying to each other?
He was like, bro, you got to tell these mother effers, this is dangerous. We can't just run around and attack each other all crazy. he was upset that they were booing. And I was like, yeah, bro, it's all good. Like, I get it. We're both super dangerous. He's like, bro, I'm not going to fucking, like, I'm not going to just run in, bro. I couldn't hit you. He's fucking dangerous. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm with you. Like, we're both not just going to run in. You know, I was trying to get some action going, but, you know, it is what it is. He's a good guy, man. Like, I've always respected Johnny Walker. You know, we're probably going to end up training together from now on. You know, talking to Nick Sick, he's, like, dude, that was tough for me because we're actually friends, you know? So it was a lot of different kinds of emotions going into it. And it was like one of those fights that's like, it's tough mentally on both sides. Obviously for me, fighting Johnny is super fucking dangerous, man. Like, this dude's super unpredictable and he's fast and he's strong, but I did extremely well. And yeah, we just talked. About, I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna spar you. I'm gonna give you a tough, give it to you a little more. And he's like, oh, okay, bro. So it's all good, man. We're warriors that walk the same path, you know. So we have a tremendous amount of respect for each other.
So you said you felt like you won all 3 rounds in that fight. Were you surprised by the split decision at all? And just did you think the judges felt the same way?
No, I felt like I won all 3 rounds very unanimously, and the fact that it was split kind of irritated me. I mean, it was like, now this shit again. Well, I got to deal with this shit again every time I go to decision. I got to deal with some clown judge who doesn't know what the hell they're looking at. You know, so obviously I have my feelings about judges. Because they're trash, but once again, they proved they're trash again tonight. So here we are.